Hi, YouTube. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm still kind of on the subject of what I was yesterday. Just the respect towards the natives, and I was thinking of my friends well, one was a roommate and the other was just like probably the sweetest person Doug and I had ever known, had given Doug his eagle feather that kept him safe, and he gave it to Doug. And our friend died kind of like not too long after that. He was so riddled with arthritis. Um, we both had been dealers for the same tribe and blackjack dealers. And our friend Jerome, his hands were so riddled with arthritis he couldn't work anymore at that. He also was so mechanically inclined, yeah. Plus, speaking a little German, Ojibwe, and English. So I mean, like his talents were like out there. Plus, like fishing and all the typical native things that you learn, like medicine and um, guy was a genius, and he was so sweet, so sweet. Nobody gives you their protection. You know, people don't do that. This guy did. So I mean, that's why I'm on. Oh, when it comes to people disrespecting the natives, if you want an enemy, you just open your mouth in that area, and you've got one. I don't give a about, and I love everybody. I don't care. I'm just telling you like it is. So I'm going to read you something that this be the bigger person is a bullshit advice. My bigness is not determined by my capacity to quietly absorb bullying, degradation, or abuse. So, to the people that want me to chill when I'm slandered, and it's okay for you to say something when you are, but when I am or somebody I love is, I'm what supposed to stay quiet? It's not going to happen. Here's what somebody wrote. I'm on Facebook, by the way. If you'd like to join me there, I'm linked to it on my homepage in YouTube. So this friend of mine wrote, I am so different from my entire family. When I told them about the secret society, Freemasons, they asked if I was a part of it. That's when I knew I am an orange and they're an apple. So true. How about this one? No more, no one is more agorant towards women than aggressive or scornful than a man who is anxious about his virility. That was Simone de Beauvoir. I know my French isn't the best, but there you go. Oh, I like this one. I wasn't looking to dance, but your soul sang a song I couldn't resist. you know, I have some friends like that. Oh, I love this is it right here. To anybody I hurt this year, I just want to say you deserved it. Stop playing with me. So yeah, that's probably enough of that. It's not enough of how I feel towards people that would run over other people and not think twice about it, and the injustice that's still going on, the justice and that is not being served to people in their own country. I can hate you people for it. Your hypocritical bullshit of love everybody and forgive. Go your forgiveness. That's as far as it's going to get you in the eyes of God. Play your fucking games with other people. You don't take the equality from a person on who you pick and choose. Right or wrong, none of us are allowed to do that. If I'm serving somebody some of their MF and judgment, I'm doing it, not you. Stay out of it. It's not your business then, right? Maybe it's my business. That's what I do and I do it well. If it was your job, you'd be doing it. Stay the fuck up out of it then. I've told people this before. You men, you want to fucking sit there and judge me? Shove it up your big fucking asses. You're not the person that was taken in temples and fucking drugged and messed with and effed with and put through hell to help other people. That was not you. Go sit down and shut the fuck up with your dumb ass. Or your very intelligent ass that seems to think it's inappropriate when I set somebody in the place they need to be sat. So I've said this to people before. Don't you ever fucking reprimand me. I walk with a repentant heart. If I feel I'm doing something wrong, that's me, not you. If my words are too harsh for you, if you can't handle aggression and wrath coming out of a woman that's been betrayed, yeah. Have you been murdered? Has anybody you loved ever been murdered or a part of yourself because you're standing up entirely and only for what is right and just? Yeah, that's not you. Anyway, and actually, I'm in a wonderful mood, so it's nothing to do with any bad temperament or anything. I'm having a great day. I got my exercises in. Yeah, I had a big plate of spaghetti last night just with ground beef and sauce. Nothing special, just no cheese on it, just pasta and sauce. And anybody with their nutrition advice can blow it out your ass. I'm gonna take my strong advice and once again better judgment and sit on my throne. And once again, you can blow it out your ass, your big fat asses. You're not going to demean me when I'm sticking up for what's right. No matter what it sounds like to you, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to somebody that is ongoing. Now, this is it. This is a bottom line, people, and you got to get this straight. There's religions in this world that are based on child sacrifice, and it has not ended. It's underground, it's in disguise. And I think you're finally it's coming to you. But these people I'm not talking to normal people when I'm berating somebody, berating rather. These aren't normal. These are demonic little greedy that have practices in their lives that use other people as a commodity. The children are a commodity to them. Can I get that through your head any clearer? What I'm doing out here? If you don't believe me, ask the masters and the philologists of language. These people didn't just study one book to be able to read you all the languages within those scriptures. These people dove deep into many languages like I did, and we know what we're presenting to people, and we're giving it to you. All you got to do is look. Just like the word synagogue is uh it's a college, it's a university. The temple in those churches, that's where you have to beware. Raise your hand if you've ever been annihilated in any kind of church or temple, especially as a child. Are you going to deny that to me? Maybe you were denied going into a church or a temple, so you wouldn't get the actual atmosphere of what's going on. That's a possibility. Like if you were brought up with no religion or faith, apparently, in your life, and then you came on to say, like, Buddhism or Christianity or whatever when you got a little bit older and you saw some kind of structure and some kind of community and a love for each other in this community, you'd gravitate towards that. Like I did when I was a kid. I loved it. I loved going to church until I started learning more language and seeing the evidence of what they were actually doing to the children with the harmonics, the everything. And like this one doctor I listened to, I taught Sunday school too. I taught the for the Head Start program for the handicapped kids. Not all of them were like Down syndrome, or one was like epileptic, and another would be like missing a limb or whatever. But that was my job, to teach Sunday school to these children when I was 12. I was very active in my church. I loved it. I have a picture of my credentials, my confirmation, um, different things in a video called My Credentials. And those aren't my only credentials. I'm a licensed contractor, a licensed minister, you know. Um, and I started out in nursing school for my first formal education, you know. Then went back to nursing school. I was trying to make it to I was about a 1.5 year LPN. Just short of that, I was going for my 2 year, and I, the father of my children wasn't as stable as we all needed him to be at that time, and we just had the worst time in our life, being homeless and some other things. So I won't go into that right now, but it was pretty horrible. Yeah, it was. But anyway, so I mean, I could go on and on about training and things I've done in my life, because I mean, at my age, you should have some kind of something, some kind of foundation under your belt, you know. But what I'm talking about is the things I've learned. I started out learning these out of the love of people, and I'm still doing what I'm doing out of the love of people. And if you're a monster and you get in my way, I'm not going to sweet talk you or turn the other cheek or look the other way. I'm coming after you, and I am not going to stop until you're bleeding out of your eyes with your shame. I know it's a little passionate, isn't it? Well, that's how I love. I love big. I saw something, I either love like all the way or not at all. Nah, I can love you a little bit and still pretty much hate your fucking guts. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll go look on the home page of Facebook here and see what's maybe there's some funny memes or something. Brighten up the mood a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Oh, while I'm looking here, um, did you hear Trump's speech? He says he is not a Christian, but I love you, Christians. I love you. You know, he gets because he's a rabbinical priest. You know, he had his uh well, it's a letter of agreement actually for the Dark Cabal on his desk in the White House the whole time he was there. Plus, this freakazoid's like, when he gets back in power, you won't ever have to vote again. What, like it's going to be a patriarchy forever? Nice try, Trump. Rump, Brump. Come to America and change your filthy names to something it doesn't even mean. You people are fucking weird as it gets. You want somebody in office forever that cannot be removed? Like he's some queen that stays there forever? Oh, I don't think so. Where is the real democracy in our country? Yeah. And speaking to Christians, Muslim, Jew, whoever, that shouldn't even be in the mix of a government conversation. No religion. There's a separation between church and state. Shut the hell up with your treasonous bullshit. Everybody should have the right to root for whatever God they want on this planet. Isn't that correct? Pick the camp you want to be in and have fun doing it. And stay the hell. Don't impose your bullshit on other people. Now, once again, I've said it before. Um, I grew up around the dark cabal, so for me to want to share this information with you and prove what's going on in the world, I'm never going to be a Satanist. I'll carry that bad energy with me to hand at God's feet so he can dispose of it. I'm not the type of person that bows to no man or woman on this planet. That'll never happen. And you should feel the same way too. I mean, all glory to God, the Most High. Absolutely. And whoever that is to you is the same one it is to me. Whoever you don't believe in, that's who I don't believe in too, most likely. Yeah, people. So I'm off the reservation today. Could you tell? Bastard. Wow, what a bastard. Say that to people. Ugh. Yeah. Takes a lot of gall. I can't believe it. Somebody from another country putting down the people in their country. Like I said, he's on the wrong continent. See, that's kind of like going into a reservation because the whole country is and starting a war. That'd be pretty stupid. I can't help it, people. I don't give a shit. I have everybody's heritage in me. If you saw the roots of like the Scandinavian, the Celtic, the um um uh Asia Minor and the Dramatic, and I could go on and on. The English, Scotch Irish, Danish. I mean, like so many. Um, if you knew the connections of all that, I mean, there's so many. I think I can't. I lost count. I have them written down somewhere from my mother and father's lineage, and it's just a trip in time with the peoples in this world. That's truly coming through the sea of people. It is, and our cells feel that in ourselves. Well, I know I come from a long line of very strong people that did some very amazing and incredible things in this world. And that's just the stock I'm made out of, you know. I'm not one to sit by passively and watch some fucking toad treat other people like shit and not say anything about it. You have to be worried about making your money out here for your craft. I don't have a craft and I'm not worried about the money. Everything and anything I want, what I need, I'm going to get. I don't worry about stuff like that, but you have to jump through hoops. I don't. Anyway, want to see how long my hair is getting? Pretty long, huh? Because just like 5 years ago, my granddaughter was going through a rough time and she just like chopped her hair off like that. So did I. You can go back in my pictures and I told her, I said, no, I'm gonna grow mine out. And I actually had done it too because before that I had been sick and my hair got sick. And so I wanted to cut it all off to make it fresh again. So yeah, it needs to be trimmed. I'm going to trim probably, about that much off. Probably in a few more months here, like in the winter time where I'm not, it's hard to even like put up or pin back or whatever with the summer heat. Although it's nicer when it's very hot out to get it off your neck, or it could work as insulation too. But yeah. Oh, I shared a picture of a native man on a horse, and he was camouflaged for hunting, and I put on top there, mind your manners. You're in another person's home. You'd mind your manners if you were in Jerusalem. You mind them here. That's the law of the land. It says so in your Bible. You're to obey the laws of the land. What are those laws? Is that Washington, D.C.? No, it isn't. I shared a video about Jewish history isn't quite what people think it is. Why would a coin of usually the guy, well, not usually, the leader or the king or queen of that country or the god they serve um, is on their coins. And before uh, the Christian Bible was written and Judaism started saying they were Israel and whatever, they had coins. Jewish people, Judy, Judah, had coins with Athena on one side and her owl on the other. You're going to find out why that is. Yeah. They think they're still doing service to the male and female, but they do them a disservice with their lies. They do them a disservice with their supposed uh, imposed authority and lack of insight and suppression of other human beings with their practices. And I'm out to prove this shit with a vengeance. Nobody tricks me into believing that some pederast is a savior. And then I find out different. Oh, I'm out to prove it. Doesn't take Christ or God out of my heart. It just shows me the truth that I've known for over 50 years. Clearly. And for the record, if you're new here, I divorced the Masons. I took them to court and got emancipated when I was a kid, got an apartment and a job working for the school system as a student teacher. I got the fuck up out of there because of their witchcraft and their bullshit. That they don't know what they're doing and they don't know even why they're doing it. They think they're raising the spirit of God and they're raising hell. They literally started with the intent to keep the knowledge of the bloodlines pure and unmarred, and it was infiltrated and brought into the church as some sort of magic that's upside down. It's bullshit. So we're not helping to raise the Christ spirit on that vibration. We're harming the true holder of that spirit and making it harder for people to have that guidance in their life. That's just what it is. So when I see people helping that dark force, you're going to hear foul language come out of my mouth. When I'm talking about people that use children, you're going to hear foul language coming out of me. Say if it was your father's house and people were um annihilating your father, killing him and harming everything that he has and all that is good within that, you wouldn't be passive about it. You'd be right over there. Like if they called or whatever, your mom, your dad, your whoever you love, you'd be right there defending that. And I'm going to say this one more time, and I know I've warned you before, but I'm going to say it now for the very last time. This is your last warning with me. Don't you ever in second guess my intentions. Don't do it. You're not me. You're not doing me. You're doing you. And you're not willing to get up there and confront some dickhead that has to wear a little cap to cover what a He actually is. I'm doing that, not you. I mean, when they make laws in the Native Americans' country to protect these little people with their little beep beep in the hats, I'm not gonna ask you to give me a break. I'm fucking demanding it. Don't you ever cross me again. If you wanna side with the dark force, it's your decision. You don't like the words coming out of my mouth, you don't have that backbone, so back off. I started this fight a long time ago, and I'm not about to change my language. You don't sweet talk a monster. You might think that that's the way to go, but it hasn't worked in the past, and this, my friend, is a new era. This is a new way. They're not gonna shut me up. I'll just find another way to do it worse. So you can protect your little beep beeps all you want, but it's not gonna help because the unjust will be dealt with. So I'm gonna leave it there, and that's what's going on in my world today. So I love y'all. I appreciate your world too. I appreciate you being here. If you're a part of the dark cabal, no, it's not your world, and you're gonna find out there's a place for you. Oh, that reminds me of a song. Um, the Staple Singers, uh, they're called, wait. I think it's called I Know a Place. Ain't nobody crying. Um, ain't nobody worrying. Anyway, that's all I can remember of it right now. Makes me want to go play it. So anyway, look it up, Staple Singers. I think it's called I Know a Place. Or I'll take you there. I'll take you there. You know, go check it out. It's a good song. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.